Welcome to another episode of Foods, Books, and Fucking Bitches. Here's our January book, the Barbie Chronicles. I absolutely loved this book. It was so just fun to read. It was written a while ago, so this was A Living Doll Turns 40. So it was written in, what was that, 99, I think, because Barbie came out in 1959. I'm obsessed with the whole concept of the doll. So this book is a collection of essays, poems, some taken from excerpts of like university students and people who actually studied toys, the effect of toys on children, the effect of toys on white center toys on real color. Also, the concept of Barbie is just fantastic because if you think of toys created for boys and girls, and yes, there is a dichotomy in the way toys are created for children, like boys like this, girls like this, and if there's a crisscross, then there's names for it. Girls are dubbed tomboy, and boys are seen as like effeminate, or they're discouraged from playing with toys, which I always found to be really crazy. For example, the idea of the baby doll it's interesting that it's mostly just geared towards young girls and children, as in we don't want males to like care for their babies, and it just always seemed weird that they wouldn't want to be part and parcel to it. But coming back to Barbie, the amazing thing about Barbie is the fact that she was a doll created to be anything except a mother and a wife. And when you're a little girl, so many of your games and your toys are geared towards weddings, being house, being a mother, being a baby, having a baby doll, and not many are geared towards being an astronaut, or being a teacher, a doctor, being on the safari. You know, there's all these concepts and these ideas behind Barbie and who she is. And there's some stories in here about how people were thinking that Barbie's body would have an unrealistic effect on children. My personal anecdotal experience is that I knew that she was a doll. I knew she was real. I didn't expect to look like Barbie. She was blonde, she had big boobs and like a tiny waist. That being said, I know that it can have negative adverse effects. Some girls will look at that doll and be like, that's not the way I look. I'm not blonde, I'm not white. So I understand how important representation can be, but I also understand that the way children work is usually that they can apply their imagination to whatever it is they're playing with. So this book was fantastic. It was a really, really fun read. The thing about a lot of the feminist lit and the books on sex workers is that we get a lot of anecdotes and anecdotal experience. This was different because there were a lot more essays. I found it in a used bookstore in Roncy, but I'm sure you can find it online. We have linked it in our highlights if you want to go check our past book club highlights on our Instagram. Happy reading.